Chapter 17. A Moral Choice. I told you to stay away from him. I couldn't believe that she hadn't at least obeyed that direction. In my defense, you didn't put a specific time limit on the no contact thing. Her words came out in a rush, trying to rationalize her actions. You said for a while, which could mean a couple of hours or even minutes if you think about it. So I could totally be forgiven for misunderstanding. A month, I decided firmly. Perhaps this would be punishment enough to make Kat think before doing something that would get her into trouble. Until November comes, you don't get to talk to him. No calling, no texting, no messaging, no contact. Am I clear on this now? Yes, softly said Kat. Her unhappiness was visible through her hunched shoulders and tense expression. Keep this up, and it will be until Christmas, I warned her. I'm adding to your chore list. How? Besides fixing the boiler or the roof, you've put everything on the list you already gave me. We both know I can't fix the roof or boiler, logically stated Kat with some exasperation. Plus, there are laws about child labor, you know. I'm sure it won't be that bad. I rolled my eyes at her drama. Says you, sighed Kat, petting Boo, who purred louder, as if to drown out our conversation. I will find other people who need stuff done for free, and you can volunteer your time. It will look great on your resume, I responded tartly. I stood up, taking the laptop with me. Go to sleep. I need to figure out how to get this laptop to the police without having Pesky yell at me. In the morning, I expect the backups and anything else you've filched from Carl's apartment to be on the kitchen table so I can send them to the police as well. It's not fair, sulked Kat. Bryden and I found the clues, and now all we get is punished. Next time, let the grown-ups handle it, I admonished her. Good night. Kat didn't answer me as I slipped out into the hall and shut the door behind me, taking the laptop to my room. I honestly couldn't believe Kat had deliberately disobeyed me. Never before had she done anything like this. Was Bryden a bad influence on her? Had she been reading too many mystery novels? Was my perfect daughter finally rebelling? I hoped not. I wasn't sure I had the energy for this behavior to continue. Sitting down on my bed, I thought about calling the police immediately. Yet what could I say? That my 14-year-old daughter had outwitted them and found the missing laptop they had spent most of yesterday searching for? Oh, and I would prefer not to be a suspect, but here's the laptop with my fingerprints all over it. Pesky would have a field day with that information and would no doubt try to lock me in a cell with Sue. Maybe he would think we were in cahoots, killing Carl together. I drew in a deep breath, letting it out in a huff. My eyes were drawn to the laptop. I had a horrible thought. While I hadn't had Carl do any computer or home security services for me, had he put cameras in my apartment? Or Greta's apartment? I briefly debated whether going through the videos to look for any videos involving me or Kat would make me a bad person. Briefly. If I found any videos, I would want to delete them. Yet I knew from watching lots of crime television shows that the police would recover any deleted data anyways, so there really was no point. It was a dilemma. I found that while lost in my thoughts, I had opened the laptop. Acknowledging that I was just going to do it anyways, I gave a mental shrug, as curiosity had me browsing through the videos. It wasn't like I wanted to know what was going on in my fellow neighbors' lives. I just wanted to find out if there was anything on here that directly involved Kat and me. Then I would know how to handle the situation. Not that Kat or I had been doing anything wrong or illegal. At least that was what I told my guilty conscience. There were hundreds of videos, which meant there were now hundreds of suspects in Autumn Heights if Kat were right and Carl was blackmailing them. From Dr. Lehman and Maisie Alderson to even our mailman Barlow, who looked like he was pilfering people's mail if the video was any consideration. For a moment, I thought about shutting the laptop. Really, who was I to suddenly be looking at other people's secrets? Shouldn't we all have some privacy? Looking at the layout, I hoped to find a search bar where maybe I could type in my name or address so I wouldn't be peeping in on others' lives. Unfortunately, there wasn't one. I would have to keep scrolling to see if I could find anything relevant to Cat and me. Just as I was about to give up, I saw something that had me pressing play. Thank you for listening. Do you know that I interview other cozy mystery authors? And sweet romance, and a few other ones besides. You can look for my videos under the playlist Spill the Tea and learn about other authors that you might want to enjoy as well. Happy listening!